Hello, everybody. Welcome to exercise 9-15. So we're doing this under the gross profit method. We have here Tim Legler requires the estimate of the cost of goods lost by fire on March 9th. So it tells us here merchandise on hand was 38,000. Purchases since January 1st were 72,000. Freight in. When we look at inventory, we have our beginning inventory plus our purchases plus freight in or shipping, less any kind of purchase discounts, returns, allowances, and also it's going to be reduced by cost of goods sold. So our freight in was 3,400, our purchase returns and allowances were 2,400. So our total goods available for sale was 111,000. I'm going to look at this goods costing 10,009 were left undamaged by the fire, but first I want to go through and figure out how to estimate what my costs are, or basically what I'm estimating my gross profit to be. So as we kind of saw this over here, is that we said, assume that gross profit is 30% of sales, or that here that the gross profit is 30% of cost. What we see here is that this is basically at 33.33% above cost. So if we look at this, like sales are 100,000, and my costs here, we'll just call this X, and I'm going to call this over here, my gross profit is going to be 1/3 of X, or basically that markup above cost. So if I look at this as 100,000 minus X equals 1/3 of X, if I isolate X by adding X to both sides, what I'm going to end up with is 100,000 equals 1 1/3 X, or $100,000 equals 4/3 X. If I isolate this and I say multiply each side by 3/4, what I'm going to get is X is going to be equal to 75,000. So my cost of goods sold here so my gross profit is going to be $25,000, okay? And if I look at the way that this is written, and it says over here, sales are made at 33 1/3 above cost. So if I say that 1/3 of this, or 33 1/3%, that's my sales, I know that this kind of works out mathematically. So going over here, we'll kind of move this over for ourselves. So my goods available for sale were 111,000. Okay, so my cost of goods sold were 75,000. So my ending inventory was going to be 36,000. Now, that's my ending inventory. However, and this is what I was looking for, is that what was destroyed by the fire. However, I still have 10,900 left were undamaged. So my undamaged goods so my fire loss is going to be 25,100. So that's how I go through and I solve this particular question. So I want to thank all of you for joining me here today. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Have a great one.